We're talking to Eric Sheninger, and he's a principal, and he's going to tell us about innovative ways he's gotten technology into his school. Eric, okay, so describe what kind of school. Is it like one of these rich districts with all this technology?
The high school I work at is New Milford High School in Bergen County, New Jersey, and we're a blue-collar district. So we're about in the middle compared to other high schools in the area.
Do all your students have access to computers? Are they like, would you say that they're one of those typical households that have computers every single day?
Well, I've learned in education it's never safe to assume. So I'd say the majority have access, but you know, I'm sure there are some that do not.
Okay, and how did you get technology into your school?
Well, I was fortunate a few years ago to do 2 reality shows. One was called Schooled in 2007, where we played sort of like a educational prank on the music department, and that, in a nutshell, brought in $60,000 for the high school. And we used that money for computers and plasma TVs and other pieces of technology. Then a year later, I did the principal's office, which was a series on True TV, and I got $10,000, and I used that money to buy a mobile iPod learning lab and MacBook computers so my kids could do podcasts and things like that. And then also through the connections to those shows, I was able to rent my building out to a film company. I got another $1,000. So $71,000 in a year, you know, I was able to really upgrade the technology in my school.
And what gave you this idea to do this?
Well, it wasn't really, it's sort of like how they say things just sort of fall into your lap. I was contacted by a production company. I made a pitch for why, you know, they should choose my school, why we needed the money. And that's how I got on the first show. And the second show, I was referred by a secretary at another high school when they were doing casting. And they came, they interviewed me, and they liked what I had to say.
And you gave all this money to the school for technology. What is your drive to do this?
My drive is to provide my students with the best opportunities to learn and to engage them so that they actually develop a love, foster a love for, you know, lifelong learning.
Okay, and how would you say that all this technology that you've gotten for the school, how has it changed the school?
Well, I think it's opened teachers and students up to new possibilities on how students can learn in a 21st century environment. When you're talking about engagement, meaningful, relevant learning, you know, technology is the heart of it because students are using these devices all the time outside of school, so they have to really be integrated in the classroom.
Okay, so what advice would you give teachers who are in a low-income district who really want to are passionate to get technology in their schools?
My advice, number 1, apply for grants. Number 2, pester your administration to put money aside for needed technology. And 3, get the appropriate professional development so they can use it effectively in the classroom.
Okay, thank you so much. These are great ideas, and hopefully some of the teachers will listen and start writing those grants and talking to their administrators.
Tweet and retweet.
I don't want to use it as a social networking site. I want to use it strictly as something to help me become a better student now and become a better educator in the future.
Caitlin, a New Milford High School senior, would rather learn something valuable through Twitter.
They can have access to experts in every possible corner of the world that are dealing with the same issues that we are, but they can offer maybe a different perspective.
Principal Eric Sheninger is determined to show teachers, students, and parents the power of Twitter.
It's something that I've become so passionate about. I feel that as an educator, I must share it.
Teachers like Keith Devereaux are coming around, and he sees the future.
I see myself, putting homework assignments on there or helpful links and having my students be able to follow me on Twitter.
Alice Stockton, Rossini, 1010 Wins News.